My hair smells like a weird mixture of chlorine and shampoo and hairspray, and I don't think I like it much. Hey, I promise I'm not dead this time. So I'm sorry for disappearing on you guys after saying that I was going to become more active. I have been very busy and I will go about telling you guys in a little bit. Anyway, many of you have probably noticed something missing from my face. That isn't my eyes, because that has been missing for a while. My mask is gone, and I will tell you why. It's a very, very interesting story. So, one day a while back, I was running through the forest. I was running through the forest. Anyway, I was running through the forest when I came across a wonderful old man, woman, human being. And that old man, woman, human being said something to me very life-changing. And it went a little bit like this. Hey, how's it going?
You have to lose the mask.
Lose the mask? But why?
No questions asked. You just get rid of it. It will help you in life.
What a wonderful old man, woman, human being person. I will never forget you. Actually, no, in all seriousness, I was just too lazy to put the mask on, and anyway, it hurts like crap because it presses on cheekbones, and you wouldn't understand unless you wear the mask. So if you ever want to wear the mask, then ask me and I will let you wear the mask and you can understand my discomfort. Anyway, what have I been up to? I have been up to a lot of socializing. I know, it's pretty mind-blowing. I've started going out and talking to people more, having them come over more, and like actually making friends for once, even though I made a bunch of friends right before they leave to go home. Yeah, it's pretty sad. And other than that, I just finished my senior year of high school. How exciting is that? It didn't seem to me like that big of a deal because both of my parents are like super advanced education-wise, although I know for a lot of people it's like, wow, you're out of high school, that's amazing, you graduated. But I was just sort of like, let's just go with it, you know, it's fine, it's whatever. I'm going to tell you guys about my graduation in great detail, probably more detail than you would want to know. The morning before graduation, we had graduation practice, and so we all had to go to the gym of the university that we were graduating in, and we had to sit in our seats and go through our principal and our vice principal saying every single person's name. Most boring thing I've ever gone through. But you know, it was worth it. I mean, you had to go to the rehearsal in order to graduate, right? So I sat there, and I'm sitting there, and there are people everywhere. They're talking about all sort of crap that I did not care about. Not caring about school, and how they got like a million Fs, but managed to still barely pass English. And I'm over here like, dude, I'm Asian. I get straight A's. It was interesting. A very interesting experience. I got to hear about more things than I wanted to hear about, but you know. And we weren't allowed to have purses or bags or anything with us. So I wanted to be able to carry my phone to take pictures with, and I wanted to wear a dress underneath my gown because so that way it wouldn't be like awkward pants leg. So I spent forever at some point, I don't remember when it was, I spent forever looking for a dress with pockets. By forever, I mean I walked into a store, saw a bunch of dresses right by the door, went over and discovered that they had pockets and just bought one of those. The bad thing about the dress with pockets is that the dress did not go below my gown, so the pockets were fairly high up. And the gown zipped shut, so there was no way that I was just going to casually reach into my pocket. No, I had to sit there, and I had to pick up the gown and reach awkwardly up the gown so everyone would see how wonderful that nice pink dress was, and into my pocket, and struggle to get my big, huge iPhone 6 out, and then hold it there while everyone was probably staring at me. They probably weren't staring at me. There was something like 260 big number of us. There's no way that they would be looking at me, right? Right? And besides, I think I only got it out like once because I wanted to take a picture of my friend graduating, and I'm just like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be very inconspicuous about taking it out because I am so suave like that. No, I'm not. No. But anyway, high school was such a huge chapter of my life. It was like a total of 4 years out of the like 2 years of my life so far. And I mean, I made so many great friends and so many wonderful memories and a lot of interesting, unforgettable experiences that will impact me for the rest of my life and all this other cheesy crap. But in the end, it's just another part of my life that I have to remember but not dwell on for forever, because where would you go if you just kept on looking back at the past? And this is getting like way too serious and deep and sad and like teary for me, so I'm just gonna like leave it at that, and I'm gonna go on to other things that I've been doing. So as many of you guys probably know, I went to China last year for 6 weeks over the summer, and that was great. It was a wonderful experience. There's some things that I learned about Chinese people as opposed to American people though, and I think that I'm going to go ahead and tell everybody. First things first, Chinese driving is the scariest thing you will ever experience in your life if you are from America. I remember expressly one time, I could have sworn the light was red. I stepped out into the crosswalk. There wasn't even a crosswalk, but there was a place that you were supposed to cross. I stepped out into the road, getting ready to cross the street. I felt my friends pull me back, and I was like this far away from the rearview mirror of a bus. And I just stood there, and they're just like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I'm just shaking up, and I'm like, I think I nearly pissed myself. I also got hit by a motorcycle. A lot of us got hit by motorcycles because they're just like, "Get out of my way! If you don't, I'm running you over!" Exactly like that. Obviously, no difference. So their driving is crazy. Second thing, their food is so good. But they give you so much of it, and I do not eat that much. I'll be sitting at dinner at some fancy restaurant with my host family, and of course they're piling on like all of these different kinds of foods, and I'm sitting there like, how do you eat all of this? I'm barely even hungry. I can barely fit like one noodle in my mouth without feeling overly stuffed like I'm going to explode. Like their food, not only was it delicious, and not only was there a lot of it, but it was so filling. I would have half a bowl of noodles and I would be stuffed for the whole day. Another notable thing about China is that they do not drink cold water. Some of them might be getting into drinking cold water now. It's like they sell cold water bottles, but at home there's like no such thing as cold water. I remember the first day that I was there, I was so thirsty when I woke up. Like I walked out of my room and I went out into the kitchen and I was so ready for some nice cool water to offset that super hot Chinese weather. And so I sit down and they had a sort of like maid person, I don't know. She came and she gave me some food and I was like, oh, this is nice. I love food. And then she gave me a glass of water. I was so excited. I picked up the water and started to chug it. And then I realized that because I had started to chug it, my mouth went completely numb. Completely. I completely burnt the inside of my mouth because I had picked up this glass of boiling hot water, started to chug it like it was cold water. So that's a mistake I'm not going to do again. I completely forgot about them and their hot water because it had been like, what, 5-6 years since I'd gone to China last. That was an interesting experience. Was that the third thing about China? I think that was the third. I'm going to go with it being the third thing. So the fourth thing about China was that everything was so wonderfully cheap. It was really nice. Like I would go out and you can buy 6 steam buns for the equivalent of $1. And it was amazing because I had never seen food that cheap. And I mean, this was the first time that I had been in China managing my own money. So I could go out in the morning and just get myself a bun and not worry about how much money I have left or how much money I have to go on the bus or call a cab or something. It was nice, let me tell you that. So I'm going to finish off with 5 things and a not so pleasant thing about mosquitoes. I hate Chinese mosquitoes so much. I would kill every single one of them if I had the ability to. If you do not air condition your room as you are sleeping, you will wake up with mosquito bites all over your arms. Or maybe that's just because I'm like half white and like my host sister kept on telling me that they like my skin because it was nicer and softer or something like that, and because I wasn't as tan and I was pale, and I don't know what she was going on about. So the first night I didn't know that I needed to air condition my room. I thought, you know, it's sort of hot, but I can get away with not turning the air conditioner on. I didn't even know where the remote was, and that was the actual reason that I didn't turn my AC on, because I was too embarrassed to go and ask for the remote. But anyway, I sleep and I wake up for class the next morning and there are bug bites everywhere. And by everywhere, I mean all over my legs, all over my arms, like on my neck. It was bad. So I spent all day scratching at them because I'm one of those people who can't control their urges. So once I get something that's itchy, I scratch at it. And what do you know, after you scratch at it, the bug bite takes up your entire arm. It was pretty insane. I finally got to the point where I got the guts to ask for an air conditioning remote, and I got to turn it on in my room, and it was like heaven. It was so nice and cool, and I could actually sleep with a blanket on instead of sprawling out and wishing that I could be naked if I was in my own house because it was so hot. So I finally got my nice cool room. It was mosquito free, and it was like, ah. It was amazing. So there's 5 things that I found about China. I might come up with more and say them in a later video. Comment below if you would like me to. But it's sort of relevant because I'm actually going back to China. This is actually my senior trip. I'm going back over the summer for a couple of weeks, and I am so excited to go back and see my family and to just go around with my friends and go visit places that I haven't seen in like forever. I'm super hyped. I actually leave a week from today that I'm filming this video, so it'll be less than a week when I end up posting this, but oh, I am so excited. I plan to either take my video camera or my phone so I can record some stuff, and so I can come back and make a compilation of everything that I did. So I'm hoping that that will work out well. Other than my trip over the summer, I'm actually going back for an entire year next year. That's right, I'm going to be an exchange student. I'm so excited. It's going to be interesting because even though I can speak Chinese and I can like get by with Chinese, literally like if I ever went to a fast food place with my friends, all I would be able to order are fries and a Coke. I didn't know how to say anything else, so that's all I would ever order. So my friends all just thought that I really liked fries and Coke. And although that's not completely untrue, it's not completely true either. I'm sort of nervous, but I'm also really excited, and I'm hoping that my Chinese will get better. That's sort of the point of that whole year. Anyway, in regards to my Q&A video, I actually recorded it a while back, except it is so old that I looked back over the recording and I have no idea what I was going on about or how I was planning to do anything. So I think, unfortunately, I'm going to have to get rid of that. My questions are all in a total mess disaster right now too. So it wouldn't be very organized if I tried to edit that video and post it. So to make it up for you guys, I will say just go ahead if you have more questions. You know my Twitter, here's Noman, and you know my Tumblr, here's Noman, and you know my YouTube, obviously, because you're on it. Here's Noman. You guys can comment or send me a message or tweet whatever me. But anyway, if you have more questions, you can send them to me, and I promise I will save them in an orderly fashion for my next Q&A, which I don't know when that will be. You guys can give me suggestions for when I should make it. And I think that's all I have to say. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will try my best to figure out what I'm going to do about videos in the next while. I'm going to see if I can record things and put them up somehow. I don't know. I'll find out. I'll let you guys know. Keep posted by subscribing here, by clicking this, or going to my Twitter or to my Tumblr, and I will post things on all of them or either one of them, or You'll find out if you follow them all. Anyway, once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for the support. I'm so sorry that I disappeared for so long. I'm going to try my hardest not to again. So until next time, this has been Noman. I love you guys, and I'll see you. Bye.
Stop recording. Stop. Stop.
My neighbors probably think I'm so weird. On a completely unrelated note, look at this talent that I have of making my chin become one with my neck. Hey! Oh, I crack me up.